Welcome to online classes. Because of pandemic situation, our government has conducted online classes. I am C. Amaravati, working as Biological Science CRT in KGPV, Kanakanapalli Mandal, Anantapur district. Hi children, how are you? I think all are fine. Today, we will learn about useful and harmful microorganisms in the chapter Story of Microorganisms 2. We have already know about microorganisms in the chapter Story of Microorganism 1. So, children, now we will recall some questions related to about microorganisms. Children, answer the questions. What are microorganisms? Where do we find microorganisms? How many groups of microorganisms? Children, we can see several organisms in our surroundings, but we cannot see many of them with our naked eyes. They can be seen only with the help of a microscope. They are called microorganisms, also called microbes. Microorganisms are present everywhere. They are found in air, water, soil, human body, animals and plants. These organisms can survive in all types of environment such as ice-cold climate, hot spring, deserts, marshy land, even at the bottom of the sea. Microorganisms are classified into 4 groups. They are bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae. Along with these groups, there exists a group of organisms called virus, which can consider to be at the borderline of living and non-living thing. Why viruses are called interlinked between living and non-living organisms? It is because virus does not have cellular structure such as cytoplasm and cell organelles. This is the characteristic of non-living thing. However, once virus reaches inside the cell, it uses host cell's energy and nutrients to reproduce and multiply in thousands. Then virus acts as a living thing. Children, microorganisms are present everywhere in our surroundings. In these organisms, some microorganisms are very useful and help in many ways, while some of them are harmful. Children, now we will discuss about useful or helpful microorganisms in our daily life. Making of curd. You might have seen your mother add little curd to warm milk, and the next day milk gets converts into curd. It is because the lactobacillus bacteria present in the curd multiplies its cells and promotes conversion of milk into curd. Let us perform activity 1. Procedure. Take half kg flour, add some sugar and mix with warm water. Add small amount of yeast powder and make soft dough. Keep it for 2 hours. Do you find dough rising? Observation. Yes, dough rises. Yeast produces rapidly, producing carbon dioxide, which forms bubbles in the dough and thus causes its rise. Commercial use of microorganisms. Yeast converts natural sugars present in grains like barley, wheat, rice and crushed fruit juices into alcohol. The process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is known as fermentation. Let us perform an activity The use of yeast to production of alcohol. Procedure. In a 500 ml beaker containing 3/4 water, add 2 to 3 teaspoons of sugar and half a spoon of yeast powder. Keep it covered in warm place. Examine solution after 4 to 5 hours. Could you get smell? Observation. Yes, this is the smell of alcohol. Yeast convert sugar into alcohol. Medicinal use of microorganisms. Sometimes when we fall ill, doctor gives some medicines that kill disease-causing microorganisms. Such medicines are called antibiotics. Anti means against, biotic means organisms. Example for antibiotic: streptomycin, tetracycline, erythromycin and penicillin. Vaccine. Whenever a disease-causing microorganism enter our body, the body produces antibodies to fight against them. Body also remember how to fight against intruder. During vaccination, dead or weakened microbes are introduced in healthy body. Then the body produces antibodies and fight and kill the intruder. Body remember how to fight against intruder. Thus the antibodies present in the body protect us from disease-causing microbes. Polio, cholera, tuberculosis, smallpox, hepatitis, corona, etc. prevented by vaccination. Increasing soil fertility. Some bacteria such as blue-green algae, Rhizobium have ability to take nitrogen from atmosphere and enrich soil with nitrogen compounds, thereby increasing soil fertility. The process is called nitrogen fixation, and the microbes involved in this process are biological nitrogen fixers. Cleaning the environment. Microorganisms helps to decompose dead organic waste of plants and animals, thereby converted into simple substances. These substances useful for plants and animals. Thus, microorganisms help to degrade the harmful and smelly substances and hence clean up the environment. Let's understand the formation of manure with the help of following activity. Procedure. Take 2 pots, name them A and B. Fill half pot of each pot with soil. Put plant waste in A and polythene bags, empty glass bottles, plastic wrap in B. Leave them as it for 3 to 4 weeks. What do you observe? Observation. You will find that plant waste in pot A has been decomposed and so manure is formed, but there is no decomposition in pot B. So, microorganisms present in the soil, air and water act upon waste around us and decompose them. They are converted into simple substances. Thus, microorganisms help us in cleaning the environment. Children, let us know about harmful microorganisms. Some microorganisms which can cause diseases in human, animals and plants. These organisms are called pathogens. Now we can discuss about some of such microorganisms. Disease causing microorganisms in human. Microorganisms which cause diseases are called as pathogens. Pathogens enter into our body through air we breathe, water we drink and food we eat. They can also be transmitted by direct contact with infected person. When the infected person sneezes, the pathogens enter into air from such infected persons. When these air-containing pathogens enter into the body of healthy person, may cause cold. This type of diseases which spread from infected person to healthy ones are known as communicable diseases. Airborne diseases: tuberculosis from bacteria, measles, chickenpox, polio, common cold from virus. Tuberculosis, measles, chickenpox, polio are controlled by vaccinated. Drinking of water containing pathogen causes cholera, typhoid, hepatitis B and polio. Cholera and typhoid are bacterial infections. Hepatitis B and polio are viral infections. Waterborne diseases prevented by maintain personal hygiene and good sanitary habits like eating cooked food, drinking boiled water, and vaccination prevent waterborne diseases. Diseases transmitted by carrier. Some insects and animals carry disease-causing microorganisms. They are called as vectors. Example: housefly and mosquito. Female Anopheles mosquito carries Plasmodium and causes malaria. Female Aedes mosquito carries virus and causes dengue. Control the population of mosquitoes. Don't collect water anywhere like tides, flower pots, coolers, etc. Keep your surroundings clean and dry. Use mosquito net, mosquito repellents, spraying insecticides. Houseflies also carry disease-causing microorganisms and spread the disease like cholera. When they sit on garbage, pathogens stick to their bodies. When these flies sit again on a uncovered food, they transfer the disease-causing bacteria into the food. Whoever eats this food may have chances to get these diseases. So, we must avoid taking uncovered food. We must always cover the food. Houseflies breed on garbage. We can control houseflies by keeping our surroundings clean. Disease-causing microorganisms in animals. Anthrax in cattle and human. This disease is prevented by vaccination. Disease-causing microorganisms in plants. Citrus canker in lemons caused by bacteria. Red rot of sugarcane caused by fungi. Thicker disease of groundnut caused by fungi. Tobacco mosaic disease caused by virus. Smut disease of rice caused by fungus. Food poisoning. Sometimes you might have heard or read in newspapers that some people were hospitalized due to food poisoning. Food poisoning could be due to the consumption of spoiled food. Some microorganisms produce toxic substances in spoiled food. These toxic substances make the food poisonous. Taking stale food may lead to vomiting, motions, even to death. Cooked food gets spoiled in less time than raw food. Methods of food preservation. In this method, salt, edible oil is used as preservatives to prevent growth of microorganisms in food. Sodium benzoate, sodium metabisulfate also used to preserve food. Preservation by common salt. With the help of common salt, meat and fish can be preserved. Preservation by sugar. Sugar have ability to absorb water. Sugar reduces the moisture content from food, preventing growth of microorganisms. Jams, jellies, squashes are preserved by sugar. Preservation by oil and vinegar. Oil and vinegar does not allow bacteria to grow. Vegetables, fruits, fish, meat are preserved by oil and vinegar. Heat and cold treatments. Microorganisms cannot grow in hot surroundings and cold surroundings. Boiling of food kills the microorganisms. Keeping the food in low temperature environment like refrigerators. Pasteurization. In this process, milk is heated up to 70 degrees Celsius for 15 to 30 seconds and then suddenly chilled and stored. This prevents the growth of moist microorganisms. This method is known as pasteurization.